Nicolás Maduro was indicted in 2020 in the United States. He is not the legitimate president of Venezuela. That's not just us saying it. The first Trump administration, the Biden administration, the second Trump administration, none of those three recognized him. He's not recognized by the European Union and multiple countries around the world. He is a fugitive of American justice with a $50 million reward, which I guess we saved $50 million. And
make sure.
Yeah, exactly. But
don't let anybody claim it. Nobody deserves it but us.
Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want with the United States. Thank you.
Breaking news, everyone. The world is shaken. Today, President Donald Trump has just pulled off the unthinkable. Operation Absolute Resolve. Nicolás Maduro, who ruled Venezuela with an iron fist, is currently in U.S. custody. But as the smoke clears over Caracas, a new enemy has emerged from within. Vice President Delcy Rodríguez was supposed to be playing ball with Secretary of State Marco Rubio just hours ago. But now the mask is off. The puss is out of the bag and she is singing a different tune. Is President Trump about to face a second showdown?
Going to take Americans prisoner and try to hold them for hostage and trade them like he was able to do with the Biden administration. Basically likes to play games all this time and thinks nothing's going to happen. And I hope what people now understand is that we have a president. The 47th president of the United States is not a game player. When he tells you that he's going to do something, when tells you he's going to address a problem, he means it. He actions it. I can tell you, I've watched this process now for 14, 15 years, been around it. Everybody talks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. When I get there, we're going to do this. We're going to take. This is a president of action.
Action Trump is in the White House. Let's hear some more from the press conference.
Like, I don't understand yet how they haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know, now you know. Because this is the way it's going to play out. And I think people need to understand that this is not a president that just talks and does letters and press conferences. And, you know, if he says he's serious about something, he means it. And this is something that was a direct threat to the national interest of the United States. And the president addressed it. There's a president of peace, by the way. I told you what I just said earlier. This guy had multiple opportunities to find his way somewhere else and figure out another. He could have been living somewhere else right now, very happy.
Filmed in his car, this was one of Nicolás Maduro's last attempts to strike a conciliatory note with those who would capture him just 3 days later.
Whenever, wherever, and however they want. The United States should know that if they want comprehensive economic development agreements, Venezuela is also ready. And I've said this time and time again.
You said that the U.S. is going to run Venezuela, so who's in power right now?
Well, we're going to be running it with a group, and we're going to make sure it's run properly. We're going to rebuild the oil infrastructure, which will cost billions of dollars. It'll be paid for by the oil companies directly. They will be reimbursed for what they're doing, but that's going to be paid. And we're going to get the oil flowing the way it should be. As you know, it was just a minor flow. It was actually a minor flow for what they have, but we're going to run it properly.
In a massive press conference today, President Trump made it clear the U.S. is not just stopping at the arrest. He said the U.S. is going to run Venezuela until a new and proper transition can happen. He is bringing U.S. oil companies to fix the infrastructure and make sure the dollars actually goes to the Venezuelan people, and also to reimburse Americans who were kicked out years ago. Trump's message was loud and clear. No more dictators, period.
Vice President Delcy Rodríguez gave an address today saying, quote, "We are ready to defend Venezuela." Let's first take a listen to what she said.
We demand the immediate release of President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores. The only president of Venezuela is President Nicolás Maduro. In national unity, the Venezuelan people will find the path to peace and tranquility.
Here is where it gets juicy, according to reports. Delcy Rodríguez, the vice president, was originally acting like a willing participant. She was talking to Marco Rubio, looking for a way to stay relevant in the new government. Trump even said she looked gracious because she doesn't have a choice. But wait for it, as soon as the fights stopped and she realized that Trump wasn't going to let her be a benevolent dictator to replace her boss, she flipped. She is now calling for armed forces and demanding the proof that her boss, Maduro, is alive. She thought she could pull a fast one on Marco Rubio, get a piece of the pie and keep the power. And now she's acting tough to save her own skin.
Well, what we can say is that this speech doesn't align at all with what Trump said earlier. He said that he was ready to make a transition, of course, with the U.S. in control.
Trump wants the U.S. to be in control.
But a transition with Delcy Rodríguez, which is the vice president, the vice president de facto. So it doesn't align very much with that intention. Basically, it's a radicalized speech, as they used to be. They always claim that the U.S. is after the Venezuelan assets.
Rodríguez is trying to rally the remaining military, but she is in a tight spot. Trump has already declared that the U.S. will be heavily involved. He is not leaving another power vacuum for another dictator to fill. Is she a real threat, or she is just acting tough because her world is falling down? Rubio said she has no choice, but she took a 180-degree turn, suggesting she may try to lead a resistance from the shadows or from Russia if the rumors of her being in Russia is true.
Of international commotion, which basically give herself powers to do basically whatever she wants with the country. She can either decree a curfew or suspend all institutional and legal rights. And this is something really dangerous for Venezuelans. Normally, these kind of decrees go through the National Assembly, they get voted, and afterwards they go to the National Gazette for every Venezuelan to know.
The U.S. just arrested one dictator, but the vice dictator, proving that old habits die hard. What do you think? Should Trump have trusted her at all? Or was he right to cut her from the start? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts on Operation Absolute Resolve. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and share this video for more breaking uploads on the Venezuela situation. We will keep you posted as it develops.